Toffee TV proudly backed by Ladbrokes. Here's the match preview. Swansea away. 5:30 kick-off on a Saturday night. Just what you want if you're an away fan. Going to one of the hardest places to get to in the country. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is going to be a tough game. They're a team that are in the bottom three, with only 3 games left. This one being one of the 3. A home game, and I think they'll be fancying this. I think their manager will be looking at this and thinking, it's between us and Hull. We've got 2 home games. You've got to win your home games, and they'll be looking at it and going, you know what, boys, you get stuck into these. These are already on holiday. These won't be that bothered. Have a real go at them. See what they've got, and I think that's where we've really got to be up for this game. Definitely,
this is, if you're Swansea, we're the team you want to play. I think.
Yeah.
At the moment, because we're qualified for.
Yeah.
No,
I mean anyone between, I would say, us and probably like 12th place.
Yeah, but I just mean we've even achieved that. We can't go any lower. Other teams who are at 8th and 9th might be fighting to get that extra place for the money. Where, yes, of course, we can still go higher, but in general, the 7th and we can't go lower than 7th. And we've had a couple of, we haven't won our last couple of games, 1 of the last 6 compared to them. We took 4 of the last 6. So they're probably looking at it objectively and thinking, get in, like you just said, get into these. Have these got the balls for it? Really now, they qualify for Europe. Probably a couple of them are mentally on the beach. We have to win our own games. If you're Swansea, Everton are like one of the teams you'd want. If we were in their position, we'd be thinking, these are already in Europe. These we get ahead. These might not have the stomach for it, and that's where Ronald Koeman has got to poke us and get us ready to go, because we want to win, don't we?
No.
We want to finish strong.
If you were them, you'd be looking at our away form and thinking, these have struggled away for home, for whatever reason.
Outrage.
They'll be looking at that as well. And see, from our point of view, this should be a place where we've got to be going at this point of the season. So I'm thinking the flip side, lads. We're going up against a team that are fighting relegation. If we can get an early goal and put their fans on edge and turn things around, they're going to get near. We've got nothing to lose. We can go down there and have a good go. And there's still, for us, with 2 games on paper that, for me, we should win, Swansea and Watford. We should be looking to go to Arsenal, last game of the season, within touching distance, that if we can beat them, we can go above them. And that's the way we should be approaching the game, and that's over. It's a weird thing in football, because for us over the last few seasons, we get to these games and really there's not a massive amount on them, and you feel like the season's winding down, and you get all the other things that go with them. You get you get all the little things, like because when the last day of the season finishes, those players are gone. So you don't get you can't have end the season awards after the last game. You can't have, when they allow all the visitors into Finch Farm and have academy days and all these things. It all has to be done before the end of the season, unless you've got a little bit of a nous like some clubs have and have gone on these pre-season tours, post-season tours like Liverpool are and stuff like that. You pretty much lose all your players straight away, and it feels like you can get caught up in all the other things and sort of forget about the football. And I think that's one thing Koeman's, I'm sure, he's making very apparent. You can't switch off. There's still a chance to finish 6th or 5th at a push, and really the next 2 games for me, I think, are a brilliant opportunity to get 6 points. But it's how we approach them. It's how we're, put the Chelsea game to a side. Okay, West Ham, we were terrible, but for the most part, we've been on it this half of this year anyway, and it's up to us to go the same way, because for all the things that Swansea be looking at, as I said, and thinking, right, this is why we can get into them, we've got to flip that. We've just got to flip it round and go, get into these. These will be shitting themselves. They're running out of games. Give them one less. And they'll come panic stations. It makes mistakes. And they are in the bottom 3 for a reason, because they're not a very good team for one reason or another. They don't score a hell of a lot of goals. They don't have a goal scorer. And they've got one top class player for me and you know he's a player that we're looking at. You've got to be very wary of him. I think he's a great player, Sigurdsson. He's a lad who, for me, what I like about him, or I've liked about him is he stayed in the fight at Swansea. Probably had opportunities to go elsewhere.
Well, he did in January.
Yeah, and he stayed, and he's going to see the fight out. And whichever way he goes, no one can say he hasn't done his part.
Yeah, don't give free kicks away around the edge of the box. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Nothing cheap. Gareth Barry, Garner, or whoever it is who dives in.
Yeah.
Listen, they're in the bottom three for a reason. Of course, we can go there and beat them comfortably if we're on it. And that's the key. The key is levels in the Premier League. If you drop your levels, there's not massive differences between the teams at the top and the teams at the bottom. It all comes down to levels and what percentage you play. And that's what's brilliant about Chelsea. Is that in general their level is they play to their maximum level. That's why Spurs have done really well and won 13 home games on the run, because they've hit their levels every week. We've done it at Goodison, bar the Chelsea game. We've hit our level every time in the last 8
You find a way, don't you? Find a way.
Away from home, we haven't been able to turn that form. We've not lost many away games in this. We've lost to Liverpool and Spurs in the turn of the year, but we haven't won. We've won at Palace, haven't we? Was that it? That our only win this year?
Away
Palace,
games,
wasn't it? Our only win. So Leicester was before the new year. So we've not been able to turn games we should win into wins, and that's the key area for the summer, which of course we'll do on other videos throughout the summer. So it's a chance for us to go and get that off our back straight away. Get the win. It was January, Palace.
Yeah.
So get that one crossed off, because if we don't win this one, and then we don't win at Arsenal, which is could quite easily happen. Next time you jog out at August and people are going 7 months since Everton won an away game, now okay, you know, it's not, but that's how it looks, and it's getting rid of all of that stuff. Yeah. And it's knowing how to win on the road. And you're right, if we can get ahead against these will start looking at each other going, hang on a sec, you know, we're in a scrap here, and they haven't got loads of goals in them, but they've got Llorente, who's a very good player in the air, and you'd like to think he's not going to run you. So you'd like to think Williams and Jagielka will be able to cope with that physical battle. But you're right, Sigurdsson is the key, because he's a fantastic footballer. Yeah, and
obviously he helps that his deliveries are so good off set pieces as well. He always takes a mean free kick. I love this free kick against United, the way he almost used Mata running backwards to the line. Herrera, sorry, Spanish. Herrera, sorry.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Herrera running back to the line almost as his little guide where he was going to put it.
It was full FIFA, wasn't it?
It was proper FIFA. I love that. As I say, I love him as a player.
And we want us to play boss, so he looks and goes, he's a boss.
Yeah, I want to sign him, he's boss. But I think mentally we've got to approach it in a way where we're going to puff out our chest. Because this is, as I said, this has been my criticism, and it's been my criticism for a while about the way we play away, and it obviously has to come from the manager. It has to. No, I know that, but it has to. Ultimately, we're very conservative when we play away, and we've spoke about this before and why we think it is. We win our own games and we try and get a point away from home, and we're going to do all right. Do you know what I mean? Don't lose away, win at home. And it has been all. That's the mantra that served us quite well. But I think when it comes to teams like this, you've got to be a bit bolder. And at this stage of the season now, you've got to be able to push it out a little bit. There's a little bit, you know. And for me, I think we've got to go there and be bold and be brave and go to beat them. You know, I think.
Does he need to mix the team up a little bit to get?
Well, we spoke about this on the Tuesday talk on Patreon about how could he reward certain players, under 23 players? Are the changes to be made? Could he make another change in goal? I think it'll be it's difficult. He'll look at it. He'll look at their makeup of their midfield and go, can we get away with Gareth Barry this week? Get a little bit more ball possession in midfield. Can we do that? You know, do we need Valencia? Do we need Calvin-Lewin? Can we play Valencia right up with Rob? You know, he'll be looking at all that. I mean, it's not massive amounts of changes, because you look at the bench and think
he hasn't got many options, has he?
I haven't got many options.
Would you go 3 at the back against these?
I'd go 3 at the back in all the way games now.
Put Joe Kenny.
Obviously, as we've spoke about before, that's that Monday night game for the under-23s. I know.
A nothing game, no.
Does he look at it and think that's his big parade? Does he want to play in that game? But it is a nothing game. You're right. And I think it'd be more important to have someone like Joe Kenny. That's more of a thing about how the success of the under-23s than playing in an under-23s game that doesn't really matter. I would play John Joe Kenny. I'd play John Joe Kenny. I'd play Holgate in a back three. You know what I mean? That's what I'd do. I mean, he might play John Joe Kenny and play Pennington in a back three. But I would go to a back three away from home because I think we've seen. I know people will say Chelsea and Liverpool, but I think we've gone up against teams like Leicester and played a back three, and it's really been successful.
Palace.
Yeah, it's horses for courses.
Last the way win was a back
I just think that when we play against teams that we should beat, and we play a back three, the wing backs give us so much more width than what we have normally. We just don't seem to have any width away from home.
We don't. Well, the way we set up, we don't have width, do we?
No.
Because when we play, when Schneiderlin's in there, and Ross Barkley can play further forward, he's narrow anyway, Ross, isn't he? And I think you said it on the final word, he's missing Seamus Coleman bombing on the outside of him because they had a great little partnership. And we freed Ross up a little bit, took the pressure off him having to go wide. Whereas with the three, Ross can just play all. See, this is the thing, we haven't got Schneiderlin, so you look and go Garner, Davies and Barkley as the three. You could have John Joe Kenny on the right there, obviously Bainesy on the left. That means you could throw either Valencia. See, I'd bring Morales back in for this and have him floating round Rom, making it almost a two. Kenny providing the width and Baines, and that gives us that. Then we've always got three at the back. They're not going to run us. That may be why he wouldn't go three, because you've only got one striker who's not a runner. But I think it's about us, and it's a great opportunity, like we said on the Tuesday topic, which you can catch on Patreon, is a great opportunity to give the likes of John Joe Kenny some Premier League minutes in with the team, with the vast majority of first team players, not putting them in as a fanfare with 4 or 5 other kids, so it's not really like a first team game, part of a first team game. And the thing with him is, all he's got to do is win tackles and get up and down the line. He's got
to do what he does for the under-23s.
Just go straight in.
And if he's going to step it up, he's going to step it up. Do you know, I've said this before, and when we sat and spoke with Tom Davies in December, and around that time, there's no right time to put a kid into the first team. They're either ready or they're not, and I do believe that. Okay, you put a kid in when like 16, okay, there's difference. But if you've got 18, 19-year-olds,
I think now's the right time.
That's it. What I'm saying. If you're 18, 19 or whatever, you're ready. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. You're not ever going to be ready unless you go on loan somewhere. But we've seen that backfire spectacularly as well. Look at someone like Luke Garvey, who I thought was ready for first team football, goes out on loan, breaks his leg, and he's never come back, and he'll probably drift away from. Well, he will drift away from Everton, I'm sure. But there was appearances when he played at Wolfsburg and different games where he looked a ready-made replacement for Leighton Baines, and instead of sticking him in there and giving him the challenge of playing first team games when he should have, and instead the manager shit himself and oh no, I'll stick you out on loan for you, and made exactly the wrong decision. And I think that's the thing about someone like John Joe Kenny now. He's either ready or he's never going to be ready, so give him the opportunity. You've
got, like you said but like you said before, there's not many times you get the opportunity to put players in when it doesn't mean anything really, and people can go, well, it does mean something because we can catch Arsenal, we can, but it's not going to be. John Joe Kenny's not going to be the pivotal reason why do we catch them or not. And then them games are gone. Once the games are gone, they're gone. And then it's like the start of the season and it's Europa, or I don't know whether he's ready, or it's Premier League game, I don't know whether he's ready. He might come in and just adapt to that, and Ronald Koeman might look and go, I don't need a right back because I've got Holgate and I've got Kenny while we wait for Seamus.
And the flip side of that is you have players. Look at the players we've had in the first team this season. We had Pennington come in, who was a bit of a disaster in the derby, and then he plays the week after. Starts the first 20 minutes, looks very shaky, and then had a decent end of the game. And you think there's a lad that he'll only get better if he has more Premier League games with an experienced centre back near him, and just gets on with it. You look at someone like Calvert-Lewin, who again, he's playing out of position, but he's playing in a position where the manager is asking him to do a job and he's doing it. He's a willing runner. And you're thinking the only way he's going to get better is not by going into the under-23s and scoring goals. He's going to get better by being part of the first team, getting more opportunities. And that's what I'm saying. You knock these players, for me, that either, they're only going to get better by having the opportunity to play 13 games. We've seen it with Mason Holgate this season. When really, if you go back 12 months ago, you'd think of like Connolly played. Holgate didn't play at the end of the season. Connolly played. you know, Mason Holgate's, I didn't think was going to be anywhere near the fittest in the season, and bang, he's in there and he's played and he's kept playing. All right, he's been dipped in and out when the managers thought he had to, but he's you know, that's what I'm saying. There's players in there that you go, oh, Tom Davies, we didn't even know much about Tom Davies till this time last year. Played that game, we all went, bloody hell, got a player here, we'll keep an eye on him, and we did, and he got better and got chances. And that's what I'm saying. There's going to be opportunity. There should be opportunities for players. If they're ready, they'll play, and if they're not, then
I just think it'll freshen the team up for a game like this, where it'd be dead easy for them to just pick the same old, and go, right, go out there, lads, let's see. And then players might just be tired now because they've done what they need to do, and there's nothing really on it. And Swansea might just be that yard quicker and want that result. You know what I mean? Whereas maybe if you put a couple of different faces in there, it freshens the team up, invigorates the side.
Isn't it, a bit all as well?
And then and making you getting back in the first time you play for a while, you're going to run up and down and put tackles in at you, and we'll need that. It's a game we can win. If we create the chances, Lukaku will take the goals. We've got more than enough to beat them.
Just don't want the season to just fizzle out either. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to be. I mean, it would be great if we went to that last game of the season and there generally was something on it. Like we could finish above Arsenal. Just give us that little bit. But it's these games. It's the game. It's Swansea.
These will set you up.
This will be the game. I mean, I'm sure Watford next week at home. It's at home Friday night. I've got no worries about that. That'll be all us. You know what I mean? We can. But this is like the pivotal one. If you want that outside chance, because let's be honest, with 3 games to go, if you'd said, listen, there's an opportunity to finish above Arsenal. I
think you'd be doing very well.
Exactly, and we've managed to do that. Us keep going and winning games. Arsenal just blowing up since we beat them, clearly. I mean, imagine got to that last game of the season and we missed out by a couple of points of not finishing above them. And anyone who'd said you'd finished above Arsenal, you're thinking beginning of the season, that's a good season, isn't it?
It's momentum now, isn't it? If we can win the next couple and go to that, it's momentum, and you get to the end of even if we go to Arsenal and there's a point in it, say, or 2 points in it, and we end up drawing, we take 7 of the last 9, we end up drawing, and it's alright, we didn't finish above them, we drew. You're going into the summer going, we finished strongly, we've got another 7 points, we're on 58, so we'd have 65 points, 4 points more than when we finished 4th that time. So we'd have 65 points, and you'd look and go, alright, he knows what areas we need, we know, we finished with 65 points, going after players, you're finishing, everyone's still got that buzz, who can we sign now? But if we go to Swansea and get beat 2-0, and it's a flat performance, and then we play Watford, and okay, we beat Watford, then we go to Arsenal, it's a flat performance, you're a bit like, we need new players now, what do we...
And then you're looking at the end of this, you're looking at the season, and you go, it just petered out, didn't it? After we got at the European space confirmed, and we went to that West Ham game, we were terrible, and you're just thinking, can't wait for next season. But you just want it all to be positive. We want to finish the season like we've played this year, really, and that's it. And I just think
the way we've turned the year doesn't deserve to end.
No, exactly.
Does it? Because we've been brilliant for him.
Not Michael Flack.
No, I was going to say we don't want a Michael. Do we? At the end of the season? No. Well, we do want to rid of that. We want to see that, don't we?
I wanted Lord of the dancing.
That's just him on his own now. So you want Ron, just go Ron, like do it all the way along.
No one can see your feet.
No, I didn't want to do it properly because it smashed the table.
But to be fair, you didn't see his feet, and he was doing the actual move.
Basically,
actually doing the
just
move.
For a second, you thought that was Barry Flatley, his brother. Just for a sec, he did.
Stavros Flatley.
Stavros. Not fat enough for him, but hey ho.
No one wants to be Stavros.
No?
No one wants to be Stavros.
No one wants to be Stavros?
No. Nobody.
Loads of money, Stavros would be alright.
Okay.
But okay.
But okay.
I don't think he was Dutch. But so no, it's about going there and getting the win, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It is.
You've got to, but no disrespect to Swansea, but we've got to go there and end them.
And if we get beat by another team that are in the bottom 6, then you can all just... Because honestly, God, what is wrong with us? Let's go there and be like, sad. Let's beat them.
Let's go and beat them
3-0. Show them what we're worth. Dig a result out.
Just get Gylfi going.
Like Garner said on Twitter, we need to forget we've qualified for Europe. He said, we need to forget about that. It's a game of footy against another team who are not as good as us. They're not as good as us. It's proven with the league table. Not as good as us. Simple as that.
Ashley Williams won't want to go back there and get wasted, will he? He won't, will he?
Not before he resigns.
Okay, well, that's the only problem. He might want them to stay up. No.
Not that we're saying Ashley Williams will resign for them,
but that's you.
I've got a sneaky feeling he will.
I'm not saying he will.
No.
But no, we want to go and put in a performance and say to Gylfi, look, we might even all do that.
And yeah, no, we won't. No one will ever do that. No one will ever do that, Baz. And the other thing about it as well, and the other thing about it as well, yeah, there's a certain fella who plays for Everton who sort of forgot that he's trying to get top goal scorer. That's all I'm saying. H. Kane's back on the scene as well.
He's back.
Do you know what I mean?
Game master, isn't he?
So,
Slotting
Mr. Lukaku needs to sort himself out with 3 games to go to get.
Nice little hat trick.
Do you know what I mean? Hasn't scored for a couple of games.
Hat trick.
Needs to box himself off. Yeah, nice little hat trick.
Lovely little hat trick on the South Coast, Maple. You know, South West of Wales or whatever it is. South Wales, I meant, not South Coast. South Wales, be great. No, it's a game. I don't want to be sat there on Saturday night doing the instant match reaction going.
No, not
we were just a bit rubbish. We didn't play. You know, you wanna buzz because this could be the most exciting summer that we've had for a while, couldn't it? In terms of targets and players and its momentum.
Do it for all those people going the game on 3 coaches, thanks to a undisclosed new Everton sponsor.
What's one of? He's bossing that.
Someone's paying for the. It's like secret. Someone's paying for the coaches.
That's brilliant, though.
Yeah.
All of those fans who are going down there, mate. Let's do it for them.
Do it for and for us.
Remember like when Ross
they get to go out with Yale.
Remember when Ross Coleman scored? We've got a decent record down there, haven't we?
Well, we did.
Still what?
So Swansea's never beaten us.
Yeah, but it was only in the league, wasn't it? Still all right in the league, aren't we?
Beat us at Goodison last season, didn't
they? They beat us 2-1 at home, yeah. Down there we've done all right. Yeah. They beat us in the cup 3-0.
But no one, Swansea had never beaten Everton.
The Silvan this time.
Someone had never beaten Everton until somebody was the manager.
I know, but somebody played John Stones as centre half and he should never have been playing, and a goalkeeper in he should never have been playing. And they combined like magic fire and water together. What was that?
Oh, it doesn't know
was
what
horrible.
It is.
But it was just horrible.
Doesn't know what it is.
It's horrible. Like me doing that steak.
Yeah, the magic it was. Yeah, they're getting paid for. I've got a sneaky feeling who's paying for it.
Do that when the footballers do it. He's not paying for it, mate. Not him.
He is. It's not, honestly. Telling you. Say no more. Right, let us know your feelings on this one. Are you confident? Do you think we can go down there, or do you think we're just going to be like summer, summer, summertime? Summer, summer, summertime. That's like the Maslan version, though, because they can't play.
I'm gonna say, because that sounds like not.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed.
Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to make me
forget about all that hard monotony.
All that dance that has gotten to be a little bit out. Sing it in tune if you're gonna sing it, kid. Yeah?
Because the basketball courts have got girls there.
They have?
They have.
Well, there's mums, aren't they? Oh,
there we go. Right, let us know anyway. If this video, I'm just going to say this. If this video gets 1,000 likes, right, me and Baz will do a full version of Summertime, right? There you go. We will do a full version, but it needs 1,000 likes.
Never get 1,000 likes.
1,000 likes, and me and Baz will do that. Summertime.
Why have you just dropped that on me?
Just saying, 1,000 likes.
It's not happening, so
1,000 likes. And we'll get like smoke machines in and all kinds. And we'll do it like proper. We'll get like a DJ to mix it in the background. All these things.
Who are you? You're not Big Will, mate.
I'm Big Willie.
You're not.
Big Willie. You're not Big Willie.
I am, but...
You are not Big Willie.
I am Big Willie.
There you go. Let us know. Thanks for watching Toffee TV.
Jazzy, I'm the Fresh Prince.
You're DJ Jizzy Jeff. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. See you later.
Willie.